So the Lego Movie 2, the second part.
I'm going to take a sip of water.
I think this movie is fantastic. And it, like the first one, I think is a masterpiece. It revolutionized animation. It was a different style of animation that we're not used to seeing, and the revelation towards the end with like the climax was just emotional, gut punch, and really good. And this one,
it's a better twist than Glass.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying,
yeah,
it's a better twist than Glass.
Both movies have a better twist than Glass. But yeah, how did you feel about the movie as a whole? Because I really enjoyed it.
I thought the movie was awesome. No pun intended.
Yes, yes, it was.
I mean, I can't really describe that other than, I can't use another word to describe it other than that. It's intelligent. It's not geared toward children. I'm sorry.
It is. I think it is to an extent.
Animated wise, it is, but some of those jokes are geared, like, we were chuckling at jokes that, like, kids would not understand. Kids don't know who Radiohead is. Kids don't know who Elliott Smith is. Kids don't know, like, some of those, like Batman Forever jokes and things like that. They don't know that. We do, though. And those jokes, this is what was wrong with, or what was right and what was wrong with the kid who would be king, like I was talking about before. This is an animated kids movie that has jokes that's for adults. Yeah. That adults get, and that's where that movie failed. But going back to Lego Movie, this movie was great. Like, it was, I think it was as good as the first one.
See, I don't, and I have my reasons, and it may come down as nitpicking, but I tend to do this with animated movies. When I watch them, I'm like, oh, that was so much fun. But then, like, a week later, I start to think about it. I'm like, man, maybe I overrated that movie. And I don't want to do that with this one. I jotted down some notes in my head while watching it. There's so many jokes in the movie that not every single one is going to land. That's one
true.
thing. That's not necessarily a flaw. It's just, you know, there's so many jokes, and along with so many jokes is that you'll become a little restless towards the end because there's so many jokes that it'll just sort of wear you down. Sort of like how Mary Poppins, the new Mary Poppins, had so many songs that it's like, oh god, I'm getting restless. And another thing, there was one scene involving Tiffany Haddish's character who plays the villain and Batman, and they had a song. This movie's a musical, by the way. I did not know this movie was a musical.
No,
I didn't know that. The first one wasn't a musical; it just had Everything Is Awesome. And this one has Everything Is Awesome, but it also has about 6 other songs.
6 other songs in it. Yeah, there's like a musical number at least every 10 or 12 minutes.
The music's pretty good, but in their musical number that they had together, I thought it was just a bit too pandering towards Batman fans.
It was the worst song in the movie.
I found it to be pretty like fan servicey. Yeah. Considering that, I felt like the ground that song covered, the Lego Batman movie already covered all that ground. So I'm like, well, if you haven't seen Lego Batman, but we already covered all the Batman. We already know.
Yeah, they did all that stuff.
But other than joke overload, like the jokes land 80 to 90% of the time, which is a lot considering that there's thousands of jokes in this movie. This movie's fantastic. Yeah. And I would even say like it doesn't have the emotional resonance of the first one. And while it slightly doesn't, I think the climax of this movie is really strong emotionally, and I think the third act of this movie as a whole is kind of brilliant. It had a twist that I didn't see coming. It didn't blow my mind, but I was like, okay, that makes sense. These characters' motivations make sense.
Well, the thing of it is too is that what's the beauty about a movie like this is that the twist like that, they can get away with something like that because of the context of the film.
It's so crazy.
It's so crazy, but
it doesn't have to make sense.
This is imagination land. You know, this is what anything you want to do with Lego bricks, you can do because that's the premise of creation. Yeah. And I thought it was fantastic. I thought honestly that the whole movie, or the movie as a whole, except for that song, the movie was great.
And the song wasn't awful. It's just that was the only time I noticed. Like it's like, oh, this is pretty fan servicey. Yeah. Like all these references are like, hey, did you get that reference? And all the other references are so subtle. We don't want to spoil any of them. Yeah. Especially one specific one where it's a slight running gag with a certain actor. And it really caught me off guard. You know what I'm talking about? The actor that's in the movie. Oh, a certain actor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We don't want to spoil anything because I think it's part of the big surprise of the movie. But I think this movie ups the ante with the craziness thematically and animation wise. Yeah. And that's not a bad thing. You're supposed to do that in animation. This movie takes it to the extremes in not a bad way.
I think the problem is that the first movie was just so good. Yeah, yeah. That there was so much hype to live up to it. It's just and I think it delivered. I do.
As a sequel,
it delivers. It's not the case where the sequel's better than the first one, but I think it's on par.
Even though it's nothing like the movie, I think it's the equivalent of Creed 2 to Creed.
Yeah.
Where like
it's a good continuation, and it doesn't.
No one expected a new Rocky movie to be that good.
Yeah,
and like, well, let's see how the sequel is. Oh, the sequel's almost as good.
Yep.
And the Lego movie, like I said, was so revolutionary in terms of animation. And this movie just isn't as groundbreaking as that because it can't do it.
Yeah, you can't do it twice. You can't do it twice.
But the animation is still. I love this animation style. Between this and like Spider-Man, I'd love to see more movies in the vein of this animation because as much as I love Disney and Pixar, that animation style gets so old to me. You know, like the typical like not DreamWorks but like Illumination, like Despicable Me and Secret Life of Pets. That animation style gets old, especially the Grinch. But this movie's a blast. So many things caught me off guard. The jokes are still hilarious. Probably not quite as funny as the first one. And the movie literally takes place 2 seconds after the first one ends. Like literally, like it starts off where the first one ended. I think some of the side characters get slightly pushed to the side here, where Captain Metalbeard, played by Nick Offerman, I felt like he had more funny lines in the first one, and Unikitty was a little better in the first one, as well as Benny the Spaceman. But Benny the Spaceman does have like a banger of a line towards the end of this movie. But I think that's okay because I think they give Emmett and I forgot Elizabeth Banks' character Wildstyle. Is that her name, Lucy? They also call her Wildstyle, don't they? I think they give them bigger arcs, while I do think Tiffany Haddish was good in the movie, I feel like they kind of dropped off on her character at the end. I'm just now thinking about it, like, huh, what was the resolution there? Okay, whatever. I'm still having fun. That was my attitude, and it is. And the movie ends on a song. I don't know if it's by Tegan and Sara, but I know Lonely Island is in it, and the song that the movie ends with is really, really good. So, I anticipate this not getting nominated for an Oscar, just like the other Lego movies didn't, because maybe there's too much live action in it. I don't know. The first Lego movie, I remember that came out in 2014. It was the best animated movie that year. Didn't get nominated for Best Animated Picture. Lego Batman was probably the best animated movie the year it came out. Didn't get nominated. Lego Ninjago, I heard, sucks. Didn't watch it. So of course
we didn't see it.
We can only hope this gets nominated because this is just so good and fresh, even though it is riding the coattails of the first one. But when that one's so fresh, why not duplicate it while still having funny jokes? Like
it's the way to do it. It's a safe sequel, but it's a good sequel.
Like you said at the beginning, it has an amazing Radiohead joke and an amazing Elliott Smith joke that I apparently missed. And it's not even a spoiler because you won't see it coming.
You won't see it coming.
You will not see it coming.
You won't see it coming.
That's our opinion on the movie. My grade. Like I said, I don't want to push too high. The first one to me is a A+. This is an A-. It's the best movie I've seen this year so far. Even though it's early February, I've seen about 6 movies. It's the best. It's right there with like the Fire Festival documentary on Netflix for me. 2 drastically different movies, but as far as theatrical releases, this is the best movie I've seen this year. I had a blast. What's your grade?
What's your grade?
Mom's an A-.
A-.
Yeah.
A-.
It is the definition of an A-. It's not groundbreaking, but it gets the job done.
It gets the job done. It's a safe but wonderful, funny sequel. You are going to enjoy it as much as your kids will enjoy it if you're a parent. And if you're not a parent, go watch it anyway. It's funny. We're not parents. We watched it. It was fantastic. It was funny. It was heartwarming. It hit every spot correctly, and you will enjoy the movie. I swear you'll enjoy it.
And a lot of good cameos. And it's still completely crazy and weird. So
come to the theater, watch this film this weekend, next weekend, whenever you can come watch it, because it's absolutely fantastic.
I do have a question
you'll enjoy
about the Justice League in this movie. I know Channing Tatum plays Superman, and Jonah Hill plays Green Lantern, and that was Jason Momoa playing Aquaman. It had to be, but I heard that who plays Wonder Woman in real life, Gal Gadot. I heard she played her in this, but I listened I know there's like 3 Wonder Women in this movie. I didn't think any of them were her. And I also heard that the woman that plays Harley Quinn,
Margot Robbie?
I heard she played her in this movie, and that does sound like her. So I don't know. I know Jenny Slate played her in the Lego Batman, but
but the one cameo though.
Are we talking
the cameo?
The cameo that I was talking about?
Yeah,
it's great.
It's.
We don't want to spoil that one.
It's great because I really want to make a comment. If anybody's watched our old videos, would know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't in this one, I promise.
It's one of the best performances from this guy, even though he's barely in it. That's our opinion. Are you wanting to see? Are you wanting to see this movie? Because I am a Lego fanboy, so maybe I'm just biased.
No, this was really.
I do think it was good. I think I'm able to put my biases aside. It was really good. What did you think about Lego Movie Part 2. Did you like it? Did you feel indifferent about it, or did you love it? Let us know in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.